What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here. Pumped to bring you a brand new video. You know, I've been reading a lot of the comments lately, and a lot of people are up in arms like, Liz, I don't index on Amazon at all. And I don't rank on Amazon. And a lot of people I see are confused at the difference between indexing for a keyword and ranking for a keyword. So today I'm going to break it all down in dummy speak. That's because I'm a dummy when it comes to some of these things, but I'm going to explain it to you so simple that even I can understand this. So you can explain this to your kids, you can explain this to your dog, your cat, anyone you want, and they will understand by the end of this video. So I'm fired up. Oh, and my cat's fired up too. I hope you're fired up. Today, we get to know the difference between index and ranking. It's gonna be fire, so let's just jump straight in. All right, so we're in my screen share, and today we're gonna talk all about indexing. So for those of you guys that don't know what that means, it's simply people wanna know, why am I not showing up on Amazon? So I'm gonna explain it, and I'm gonna try and be as detailed and as simplified as possible so that everybody gets it. I know it can be a big word, but let's just talk about in general, what does it mean when somebody says, Liz, I'm not indexing on Amazon, help me, what in the heck do I do? Well, the reality is that you probably are indexing on Amazon, and the reasoning behind that is no matter who you are, but the minute that you place or publish your book, you almost instantaneously show up on Amazon. So I've got two examples that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you what the difference is between indexing and ranking, which are two very common topics that most people get mixed up. So let's go ahead and dive into, do I rank on Amazon? And what we're going to do in order to see if we rank on Amazon is we're going to look at an example, which is dinosaur toys. So I'm going to search dinosaur toys, and we're going to see what pops up. And we are looking for this actual set. But as you can see right here, this is a sponsored ad. We want to see where it comes up organically, not paid traffic or anything like that. And I can tell you this much, it is definitely not on page 1, because if we actually look it up and try and find it, it only shows up once, which is right here. It's pre-text, and it's not even showing up that it actually comes out, but it's on that page. We can see that. So what you're going to do to find out, first and foremost, where do you rank for the keyword? That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to use this extension. It's called AMZ Run extension. So you want to download that extension. All right, so what we're going to do with AMZ Run is we're going to first and foremost search for the keyword that we're looking for, or that we want to see if our product is ranked for. In this case, we want to see where this thing right here, this set of dinosaurs, is ranked for the keyword dinosaur toys. And so the next thing we'll do is we'll open up AMZ Run, and we'll copy and paste the ASIN right here, and then we'll hit get location. But remember, it's key that you would have already searched for dinosaur toys, because now as you can see, what it's actually doing is it's going through every single page of Amazon and trying to find where exactly is this actual product ranked for dinosaur toys. And overall, it's ranked on page 4, which as we scroll down right here, we should be able to see that set somewhere here on page 4. And let's see if we can find it. All right, so here it was straight up at the top. I missed it, but it's right here on page 4. And that's a lot better than when I first was writing up this actual video. That means that the sponsored ads that they are doing work, because last time I looked at them, which was a couple days ago, they were on page 7. So they are doing a great job with sponsored ads. So here it is on page 7. So keep in mind, this works for both Amazon products as well as KDP books. And right now I'm going to show you an example of a KDP book and how exactly it ranks for a particular keyword. Okay, so we are going to be looking for this actual product, and the keyword that we're going to use is Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids. So all we're going to do is we're going to enter Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids, and we're going to make sure that we spell it right and hit go, or this little magnifying glass, whatever it is, the search bar on Amazon. And then I'm going to open up AMZ Run, and once again, I'm going to go ahead and search get location. And away it's going to go, it's going to tell me exactly which page this actual book ranks for the keyword Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids. And it tells me immediately that this is on page 2. So let's scroll down and see if we can actually see that particular book ranking on page 2 of Amazon for this keyword Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids. And here it is right here. It's right here on page 2. It's 40,000 in books. So what I just showed you is what it means to rank within Amazon. If you show up using the AMZ Run extension and searching for a particular keyword that you're curious if you rank for, then you rank on Amazon. Congratulations, you should be making some sales. Now, this is not to be mixed up with rank, because I see it all the time in the actual questions. I see people telling me, Liz, I don't rank anywhere for any of my keywords, or Liz, I don't index on Amazon. If you think you don't index, you're probably wrong. You're probably just looking to see if you're ranked for a keyword, and chances are that you aren't. Now remember, I tried to explain it to everybody and say, for example, pretend that you have, and for example, the dinosaur example, there were only 7 pages for the keyword dinosaur toys, and they each had about 20 listings. So let's take a look once again. Dinosaur toys, we got 7 pages. It says 20,000 results, right? And all we see are 7 total pages that show up. 7 total pages. Amazon tells us we have 20,000 results. If you haven't seen my video talking about how Amazon is lying to you, I don't think they have 20,000 listings that rank for this. I think that they have 7+ pages that are relevant. Now let's take a look and count how many actual listings rank here. So we've got 4 sponsored. We will never count those. So it's 4, and I'm not going to bore you with counting. There was a total of 56 listings on each page. So 56 times 7 means that there are a total of 392 listings. So a question might be, Liz, well, how come for all other categories, Amazon is showing us 20+ pages, and for dinosaur toys, they're only showing us 7? Like I said, Amazon is lying to you. They are keeping the true amount of pages available for this particular keyword to themselves. They are hogging all the data and creating products based on this. Chances are they will not be creating a dinosaur toy, because there are not that many products that are relevant for the word dinosaur toy, hence only 7 pages of products. Now let's go back to Scissor Skill Workbook for Kids and see how many total actual pages there are for that. Amazon tells us there are 305 results, and if I scroll down here and take a look at how many total pages, there are only 7 pages. Well, it just seems to me like 7 right now is the magic number on Amazon, and it's the number they're revealing for just about every potential keyword that there is. There's 7 pages, 392 for the other one. This one, my guess is there's 305. And if we kept searching for that, there might be more than that. So all in all, we know that there are 305 total results for Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids within the KDP platform. Now, let's talk about this. What happens if every day 100 people release a book with this keyword? Well, then Amazon has to decide who's more worthy of ranking for this particular keyword, and then that becomes a problem. So chances are, if you've had a workbook sitting there collecting dust, not making any sales, not running any traffic to, Amazon is going to push it off the algorithm, and you no longer will show up in those top 7 pages. You will fall off and fall into the Amazon graveyard. So let's think about this for a minute. Do you still index? And now most of you are panicking and up in arms saying, I no longer index at Amazon, Liz. I don't show up for any of my keywords. But the reality is you still index, you just don't rank. And now I'm going to show you how to be able to tell if you can index or are indexed in Amazon. And we're going to go ahead and hit up that same example that we hit up earlier, which is the dinosaur toys. And then we'll work back to Scissor Skills. All right, so in order to be able to tell if we actually index for dinosaur toys, we can simply do one of 2 things. We can either put our ASIN first right up here in the search bar, followed by this colon thingamajigger. I don't know if that's a colon or a semicolon. Like I said, I can't figure out the difference. I just know that this stuff works. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick the keyword that I want to find out if I actually rank for, and then I'm going to hit search. And what's going to happen is it's going to pull back a bunch of other actual listings and the original one, the pretext one. If the pretext one pops up, or if your listing pops up for the keyword that you asked it to pop up for, then that means, yes, you are indexed, which in essence means you do show up on the Amazon algorithm if search for the right word. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you rank for dinosaur toys, as we talked about earlier. It could mean that you're in the Amazon graveyard, but you are still indexed, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and look at this from the other way. So you just search dinosaur toys and then the ASIN, and then you hit go, and the same thing should actually happen. There is pretext. So yes, in fact, they do index, and yes, in fact, they do have the opportunity to rank, but that does not necessarily mean that they rank. They could once again be in the Amazon graveyard and not rank for anything. So now let's go ahead and back and look at the Scissor Skills Workbook for Kids and see if they actually index in the algorithm. And since we've already seen that they rank, they should be indexed, but I just want to show you that cool little trick so that you can utilize it on all of your actual keywords that you wonder if you index for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just search scissor skills, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste the ASIN and hit go. And what's going to happen is if it does index, and it does, it will pop up in that search, and you can clearly see that here it is. And once again, we'll go ahead and do that backwards. So here we are. I'm just going to go ahead and enter the colon and once again hit the space. And we should once again pop up, and there we are again showing up, which means yes, it does index, and as we already saw, yes, it does rank. So every single one of you out there telling me and panicking, Liz, I don't index on Amazon, chances are you just don't rank, which kind of sucks for you, but at least now you know that you do index, and that still is good. So you might be wondering, well, Liz, why is it good if I'm not showing up anywhere within Amazon and I'm not getting any sales? Well, if you don't index, then it is a big problem, because that means that Amazon has de-indexed you, which is worse than being in the Amazon graveyard. It's like being stuck in limbo and dead and having to watch your whole old life happen right before your eyes with everybody around it. So it's kind of like torturous. So you definitely don't want to be in limbo, because when you're in limbo, it's very hard to get back and help your book rank. But if you're in the Amazon graveyard, you can still bring your book back from the dead and breathe some life into it, and it can still make some sales. So hopefully this cleared up the question on indexing, and now it makes perfect sense to you. Now you know the difference between indexing and ranking, and you understand that yes, to rank is the absolute best thing, and at least indexing is better than being stuck in limbo. Any questions or comments, put them below. I always personally answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.